Welcome back to Fear and Beer, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. Join us as we venture year-round into the fog.
Make sure you give us a like and a follow on your podcast platform of choice. Also, be sure to check out our YouTube page where we upload every episode in its video format, and maybe a few other surprises as well.
Make sure you're following us on social media to keep up to date with our newest haunted content.
I'm Nick.
I'm Seamus.
I'm Jamie.
Ooh, spooky draft. That could only mean one thing, and that is the HHN Fantasy Draft is back once again with a whole sort of new, sort of old, and an extreme callback. If you know, you know. We'll get into everybody that's going to be joining us today, but thank you for being part of our 1 week until HHN Podathon. We are officially 5 days out from Halloween Horror Nights. The gates are going to open, the fog's going to roll, and we're so close. I do have a couple things to kind of get off the top. If you are going to be in the area for HHN opening weekend, hopefully you're going to be in even earlier on Wednesday, because Wednesday, August 26th, you can see probably one of the other draftees that's going to be joining us. Ryan and myself will be hosting the HHN Family Feud, and we have a whole bunch of people, YouTubers versus podcasters, Team Jack versus Team Chance. Seamus, you're going to have to lead the charge on the podcast team, because we got to take down this guy over here who's to my left.
Don't be relying on me. I'm the weakest link, my friend.
YouTube is you guys don't even stand a chance, okay? Right, Dillon?
I'm thinking it's going to be a blowout. Yeah.
Well, we're going to do whatever I can. I'll fix the match if I have to. But we do have Family Feud going on August 26th at Topgolf. The show is going to be at 7 o'clock. Come on out. It's a free event. It is going to be, the admission is donation-based, optional, so you can choose to donate to kind of get in, but it is a free event. So come on down for that. We also are going to be doing a collaboration beer again with Toll Road Brewing over in Ocoee. So the See You in the Fog 2026 edition is going to be on September 5th. That's a Saturday, so you can come on out, hang out, grab some beers with us, and grab our special beer. Another fun thing that happens at the Toll Road Brewing, it's the week after our beer release. It is going to be Saturday, September 12th. This is a spooky season fright flight. So what they do is they make a combination of 4 beers. They pair them with 4 different candies. And then for each flight that you purchase, you do get a raffle ticket for a $150 Universal gift card. So pretty cool. See You in the Fog will be one of the beers that is paired up with a candy. So I'm very curious to see how that all gets paired up. So let me get into my beer really quickly. Seamus will get into his beer, and then we're going to go around the horn, introduce everybody, and explain everybody that's joining us tonight. And one person in particular, I want to explain why, because some people might just be looking at old Jimothy down there, and they're like, wait, who is this? I'll explain that all to you. The beer I have tonight, I think, is a little fitting. This is called Third Eye PA. It is from Third Eye Brewing, because I'm going to have to use my third eye up here to get the best draft. But this is a West Coast style IPA. It's a 6.3%. And this is from Ohio, I think. Yeah, it's Ohio. Shout out to them, because they got a lot of awards on here. 2023 Brewer of the Year, Grand National Champion in 2024, Brewery of the Year in 2025. So I don't need to go into it too much, because we're here for the draft and not as much the beer. I know you guys like it, but we got more important things to go. So, Seamus, what beer are you rocking tonight, Mr. Commissioner?
I've got one that's even more relevant than you do. It's called Wandering into the Fog.
Okay.
And, of course, we'll be wandering into the fog not too long from the recording of this episode and from the night of this episode release. It's actually a New England beer. It's from the boys back home, North Haven, Connecticut. They're called Abomination Brewing. I don't know if I've ever had them before, but this is also a double IPA. So it's going to be super juicy, super hazy. It's double dry hopped. So yeah, I'm super pumped to try it. And I'm excited that I actually have a real beer for the first time in a very long time.
For the Podathon, you got to come prepared.
I guess so. And it's not Stella. Sorry for all those Stella fans out there.
If anybody else does have a beer, feel free to talk about it in your introductions. And I'm just going to go from what's on my screen as far as who we haven't introed yet. But Dillon, you are on the top left for me on the screen. Welcome back to our draft episode. You made your debut last year.
I did.
And the people were clamoring for you. I put a poll out there saying like, and there's a handful of everybody else that's on here as well that got some notes, but Dillon was shouted out quite a lot to make his return. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, no, I mean, it was going to happen at some point anyways. So welcome back. I'm glad you got to come back for another draft. I'm glad we didn't scare you away with how crazy these things get and all that. But thank you for joining us, and feel free, please let everybody know where they can find you and what you're all about.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for having me again. It was a blast last year. Hopefully this year is just as good, especially hitting an anniversary year. Unfortunately, I'm drinking water tonight, so I don't have a fun beer.
It's fine.
But you can find me on YouTube at Dillon Thomas, Instagram, The Dillon Thomas, and I think TikTok, Dillon Thomas YT. Mostly YouTube, so just Dillon Thomas on YouTube. But again, thanks for having me. Love to see some new faces here too.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Now, the next person I'm going to introduce, it's funny that you mentioned the whole fact of the anniversary year, right? Because if you have been around Fear and Beer for long, like an OG, you listen to those first couple episodes, the first draft episode we ever did, you'll remember a certain somebody. And that certain somebody is Jimmy. Jimothy has made his return to Fear and Beer with the draft right in his sights. So, Jimmy, welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to, meet some new faces and, Seamus, always a pleasure. I'm just really pumped. I've been wanting to do this for a long time again. And, I'm glad you guys have me.
Yeah. Jimmy is, I've known Jimmy my whole life, but for a very long time, best man at his wedding. And he was living in Florida for a while. And so we would do episodes. And a fun fact about Jimmy, I figured this was a perfect, like, you're the wild card. Okay. So everybody knows, just so everybody is aware, Jimmy has never even been to Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah. That's the wild card aspect right there.
Never went.
Well, I can't go now, man, with all the seizures.
So Jimmy also now decided to be an asshole and get epilepsy, and now he can't come to Horror Night. I think that's just I never saw anything. I don't know if this is factual. I think this is his
excuses.
It's an
He's
excuse.
Afraid. Yeah.
This is just my ploy to not come.
So whatever Jimmy knows from Horror Nights is from, he does listen to us a lot. So he knows stuff. He's just never witnessed it. And I feel like the draft is the perfect opportunity because, some of it's HHN stuff, some of it's non-HHN stuff. So you can kind of fake it.
Every league needs their taco, man. Every league needs their taco.
And sometimes they win. So, glad to have you back. DC Thrills. This has been a while in the making. I think we tried to line it up last year, and it's just kind of the stars finally aligned. So thank you for joining us for this draft episode. Glad to have you. Give the people the rundown.
All right, my name is DC Thrills. I go by DC. I do hunts. I do theme parks, and mostly on YouTube at DC Thrills. I think it's just DC Thrills. And then I also have an Instagram at DC Thrills _ and TikTok. You can find me, just type in DC Thrills. But no, it's been long to make it, like you said. I know last year it was my fault more than his fault. It was my fault. I did not have a good laptop to do it last year, so I got one this year.
He's like, you know what I need? I need the laptop so I can do that draft with Fear and Beer. All right. The man who needs no introduction, because we already kind of cheated to it a little bit talking about Family Feud, but Ryan joining us once again for the draft. We've had you on a couple other episodes, but the draft is always a fun one. We got to have you included on this one.
Yeah, I just want to smoke some people, This is going to be, there's no competition. I'm going to have the goofiest lineup ever, okay? That's my goal, is just have the goofiest lineup of HHN possible, and there's some great picks already, so I'm excited.
Well, we do have a curveball that we have not yet revealed to anybody in here yet, so that might cause a little confusion there. It's a simple curveball. We didn't want to go too crazy with things over here, but last but definitely not least, we got probably the guy with the best name in here. I think we can all agree, Nick from Dead Man's Mike, joining us finally on the Fear and Beer feed. I was happy enough that we got to kind of do some collabby stuff. You did reaction episodes to our March Madness episodes, and I got to hop on your side and kind of give you. It was like the inception of thoughts, right? Like you were giving your thoughts on my thoughts, and then I was on your episode giving thoughts on your thoughts about my thoughts. That was a fun one. It was a wild time, but it was a great time. Nick, thank you so much for repping Dead Man's Mic on Fear and Beer's draft. Tell the people what's up.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It's been a while in the making. We're glad to be here, and I'm holding it down for me and Craig tonight, man. I'm sipping on Czech Pilsner from Civil Life Brewing Company down the street in St. Louis. So putting on for my city here. Make sure to follow us, Dead Man's Mic Pod, all one word on all platforms, and check out Toxic Icon. Also, that's my haunted house, more production style podcast situation where if we're not in the fog down in Florida, we're in the haunt scaring the shit out of other people and taking the cameras with us and documenting our experiences. So really excited to be here and ready to draft up some cool houses.
Oh yeah, I love it, man. So
Nice.
let's get into a little bit of the rundown real quick. So we didn't send out the list of what is draftable until about an hour or so ago. So the list is still fresh. I've been trying to help Jimmy figure out how to hook a microphone up to the computer. So I haven't even been able to look through this list yet and figure out what's going on. So we have our whole list in front of us. We're going to draft. We're drafting a bunch
That was
of
my
stuff
tactic.
to throw everybody off. So Seamus, since you're playing commissioner tonight, I get to draft for us this year. Why don't you give a rundown of maybe the things we're drafting, that little caveat that we have yet to reveal, and then we can get to the wheel to decide the draft order so I can get the last pick again like normal.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, again, similar to any type of fantasy football, fantasy baseball, fantasy basketball, whatever, it's the same type of draft. It'll be snake. So once we determine the order, it'll go from 1 to 6, 6 to 1, just back and forth till we fill up our boards. And then we'll kind of argue about who had the better draft. There is a little bit of a curveball that we're throwing in this year. It's the first time we've done this. I think it was Nick's idea, but I definitely kind of gave him some pointers on how to make it work. I don't know what we're gonna call it. We're just gonna call it like the poison pick or something along those lines. The idea is that every single one of you have one chance the entire draft. Specifically for houses, this can't be used on scare zones or the show. It has to be just the houses. But you're going to be able to, rather than make your pick that turn, whatever turn you decide to use it, and you're going to force somebody else to take a house in the list. So if you know that someone wants something good, or you think someone's going to want something good, and you want to screw them a little bit, you want to stick them with a screwdriver just a little bit, you can use this poison pick to do that. But you only do it once. So once you've used it, you've used it. If you don't use it, it doesn't get used.
I have a question.
Of course,
can
Ryan.
we all use it on Nick?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, hold on.
So
why would you want to do that to Dead Man's Mic? Come on.
Listen, I'll pay the penalty for making us wait so long.
We all just gang up so every one of his picks for 5 rounds or whatever.
So we did think of that. We're like, no, because we don't want that to happen. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep track of it. But if someone gets poisoned, that's the only time that person can be poisoned. So if, say, Nick from Fear and Beer gets poisoned pick 1 by somebody, then he can't get poisoned again. If that makes sense. Is that confusing, or does everybody kind of understand how that works?
You guys can poison.
So we can get poisoned once, and we can give poison once.
Correct.
Yep.
Cool. Yep. And again, specifically just the houses. So you can't be like, I'm going to force someone to take a musician or a scare zone or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, the musician is a house. Sorry, excuse me. Scare zone or show.
So I think that's a good time too. Want to run down the categories, if you will, for the houses and scare zones?
Yeah, really quick. I'm not going to go through everything. Obviously, it'd take forever. But yeah, so for houses, we need 2 what we call old horror IPs. I just try to kind of keep it from a certain year to a certain year. So there's really no rhyme or reason as to what's old and what's new. But there's 2 old horror IPs, 2 new horror IPs for houses, 1 house sequel. So any of the houses in the list, you're picking it to be a sequel house, essentially. 1 returning character from HHN sometime in the past, whether it's an icon or somebody that they've used in the past. 1 cryptid. So if you're not sure what the cryptid, I mean, most of them are pretty self-explanatory. There's just 1 that if you need an explanation, I can give you explanation on. Musician or band, one of these. Again, if you're not sure who somebody is, you can ask. But I mean, I try to pick pretty well-known, popular individuals. One original idea. Now, all I did was give you a setting, so you're gonna have to like pick it, and then if you want to kind of give some explanation as to why you picked it and what you think it could be done, feel free to do so. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I mean, it'd be fun if you were like, hey, this is what I think it's going to be.
Also, we get
and then,
quick question for the original. We get to make our own little house, right?
Yeah. Yep.
With that
pretty
idea,
much.
right?
Yep. Just using that setting or whatever. Yep.
Cool.
And then one video game. So again, same as before. If you're not sure what the video game is and you need a quick explanation, I can quickly run you through what it is. And then for scare zones, we need 5 scare zones. One of which is a sequel for an OG scare zone. So I tried to pick ones that are pretty old, modern sequel scare zones. So scare zones that were over the last 4 to 5 years or so. One holiday, one IP, and then one Vamp 99 era that hasn't been used before. So you actually get to pick which era you think would be best for Vamp 99. And then finally, our shows. You only have to pick one show. We're not doing a Gloon or anything like that. It's just one show. I came up with the goofy names. You can kind of explain what you think it might be if you want to. Otherwise, just pick it. It's up to you. But yeah, so we'll kind of go with those categories. And as we go, I'll just cross them out or mock them off so that they show as they've been picked. So that way you don't end up picking the same thing.
Perfect. All right. So let's get that wheel board spinning. Let's see who's going to be
Yes,
picking.
sir.
And
give me 1 second. Let me just pull this bad boy up here. So, Wheel of Fortune. If you've ever watched that show before, which I mean, I have, but actually, is it Wheel of Fortune? I don't know, maybe. But we're going to spin. We'll just do this really easy. Just first name is 1, second name is 2, and so forth. So we'll go ahead and click.
Come on, me, Nick. Come on, me, Nick.
And our number 1 pick is going to go to... Not the Nick that Nick wanted. Oh, look, he's already there.
Let's go.
That works. So Nick from Deadman's Mike is going to be our number 1 pick. Number 2 is probably going to be, I'm going to say, up. The other Nick.
Oh, come on.
No,
I'm going last.
No.
I'm going last.
That is Ryan, for the love of theme parks. So let me just throw them in there. All right, down to 4.
I just know it's going to be last.
Gonna be Dillon
every time.
I already got him there, so that works. Right in the middle. Down to the final 3.
This is stressful. Oh, come on.
DC.
Oh, come on.
DC.
How every year, every time I get to draft.
Let's go.
It's going to be Jimmy. It's going to be Jimmy.
And this is for the last 2 picks.
Oh, come on.
All
right. Okay. Second to
Damn
last.
It. All right. So Nick,
you know what? That's fitting.
Beer.
We were gonna make Jimmy last anyways because he took so long to get in, but
I deserve it.
He deserved it, but he earned it fairly. We didn't just pawn this off on him.
All righty. So that's our draft order, and I'll kind of go through as we go, just to keep everybody up to date on who's next. So that way you don't have to quite remember.
And I'll also leave it up to Seamus's commissioner discretion to move the draft along. If somebody's taking a little too long, you're on the clock still. Technically, we don't have a clock, but if we did, you'd be on it.
No, I'll give you
to an extent.
I'll give you a minute and a half to make a pick. How about that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Should be more than enough time. All right, so I guess whenever you're ready, Nick, we can get this thing rolling. Yeah, go ahead.
So, I've done a lot of fantasy drafts. Are we doing 1 through 7 and then going back 7 to 1?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not bad.
We are snaking. Yep.
Oh.
Just wise.
All right, so this is just the house category, correct?
So when it's drafting, you can draft anything you want.
You can pick anything you want.
So if you want to pick show first or a scare zone first, there really is no necessity in order in which you pick. So it is kind of a free for all. But I will tell you, in the past, what ends up happening is somebody makes a run on something, and then all those things get gobbled up pretty quickly. So you got to really, like, for me, like if I'm at pick 5 or whatever, and somebody starts taking holidays or whatever, and then everybody takes a holiday, now I'm stuck with the last one. It's like, yeah, it's a little bit of a chess match where you're like, all right, well, if I'm going to get the last one anyways, I might as well just wait around.
Right.
I have one question
right.
too. My bad.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Cryptids, right? That's like Sasquatch and all that, right? Or
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So those will all
right.
be part of the houses.
Jimmy, are you
Okay.
in the spreadsheet? Because you
No.
can't just pick any random things. That there's a whole list of things to pick from. So hold on one second. Let me resend this to you.
So Jimmy, when you open
That's
this up,
actually
you're
awesome.
going to see the draft board that I was kind of explaining to you a little bit. It's going to have all of the possibilities to which you can select from. So it's not like in
No,
the
I-
past we have,
I have the list on my phone.
Okay,
Well,
so you have the list open.
Yeah, I have the list on my phone.
Well,
right.
no, you have the categories. You don't have the things you can actually pick. So you need to go to your email and open up this Excel sheet, and maybe you can do that while other people are picking, so we can kind of get this rolling.
Yeah, good thing you started. You got the last
Today,
thing.
today is not my day.
I sent it to your personal email, Jimmy. So your Jimmy24 Peterson, whatever that is.
Okay.
Everybody
sorry, boys.
sign him up for random spam stuff now.
Yeah, what's the full email and last 4 of social?
Your address.
Send that over real quick.
All right, so I guess then we can kick this bad boy off. Nick, you want to throw in your little sound, or
that was just the intro. I think it'll get boring if I do it.
Oh,
I don't feel
right.
like playing that thing 30 or
That's true. That's true. All right. So, well, that's the case then. Nick, Deadman's Mike, sir, you are on the clock whenever you're ready. Like I said, minute and a half, but I'm not actually counting. So,
All right. Good. I am pretty solid on my first pick here. I'm going to go with a cryptid to kick it off. And
right.
I'm going to take Chupacabra.
Oh, okay. Choopy's off the board with the first pick.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
unexpected. All right. That moves us on to Ryan. Sir, you're on the clock.
I'm going to pick a returning HHN character who is most deserving of the icon status. I'm going to pick Boris Schuster. The best one, my second favorite HHN house of all time, obviously very ingrained in the lore. Boris Schuster's my icon this year.
All righty. That moves us right along to Dillon at pick 3. Sir, whenever you're ready, you're on the clock.
I just want to say also 2 things. First of all, Ryan and I were next to each other last year. Feels a little sabotagey.
Was he on your list?
No. Second of all, after the start here with the whole Jimmy fiasco, it makes me want to go back and watch the first draft that he was on because of that whole thing. So thank you for now reminding me to go do that.
Yes.
But I am going to start with a new horror IP because I went for it last year. I'm going to go Welcome to Derry. I think people love it. Everybody wants Pennywise. I think it's going to be a hot one.
It's a big one.
I'm going to take
It's a
it.
Solid pick.
I was eyeing it.
Wondering how long that was.
That's solid. That's solid.
Sorry,
How
squad.
long that was going to take to go.
Dillon, damn you.
All right. Well, DC, you're on the clock, my friend.
Damn, Dillon, I thought we was friends, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Anything's game in a draft, man.
Shoot. Let me.
There's no honor amongst thieves.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Halloween 4 because I need a slasher house. I love me a good old fashioned slasher. Michael Myers scared the hell out of me. And what house? What year was it? It was when they had the curtains.
Was that
and
31?
outside in the pen. I forgot what HHN that was. It was recent.
There was one at 31, and then there was one at like 27, I think.
It was 31.
I
it was
think
the
he's talking about
pen section. I was walking in, he scared the shit out of me, and I fell on the floor. So, yeah, that's my guy.
I think in our first walkthrough of that Halloween house, I think Jamie was leading the way. And if I remember correctly, it's like you walk straight in and there's the clothes on the line, and then there's like a house behind it, and you go to the left. We just went straight. because there was nobody in front of us, so we had no idea where to go. And then she just like bumped into Mikey and was like, "Oh, shit, no, go this way." And we're like, "Oh, okay, that way." Like, "Oh, whoops."
Notice how he threw Jamie under the bus.
She was leading the way.
She was leading the way.
She's not here. That's fine. She's not going to listen.
All right. So that's a couple IPs off the board. So, Nick, you're up, my friend.
All righty. So, trying to look through these. I really should have done my own research for my own draft. All right. So, I don't know if that would make a great house. That one was already there. I'm going to take something that... this might not work as a house, but I think it's scary as hell. I'm going to take Sinister as my new horror IP. I'm curious how I think it would be very similar to like Black Phony. Like it might get a little repetitive, but those kills were brutal. Bagul is such a good character. I think that's a pretty like top heavy category right there. So I don't know if I necessarily want to get stuck with a lot of the other stuff.
I tried to throw some curveballs in there. All right, so that brings us to the last pick of the first round. Jimmy.
All
you're
right,
up, my friend.
If you don't pick what I think you're going to pick, I'm going to lose my mind. Well, you get 2 picks now, though, too.
I'm going to go cryptid. I'm going to take the Jersey Devil.
All righty. It's a solid pick. I like Jersey Devil. I want to see him in a house. Mm-hmm. And that means you're right back on the clock, my friend. So your second pick.
There's a big one you are not seeing right now, Jimmy.
It's a lot of word salad going on this list.
It's got Jimmy written all over it.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'll go old horror IP. The Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
Exorcist 3. Let's
Not
go.
what I thought you were going to pick.
Oh, we still have another IP.
It is Exorcist 3, so not The Exorcist. Just keep that in mind.
Sorry.
It's still a great movie, just saying. Uh-oh. We lose somebody?
He'll hop back in, I think.
I think we lost someone. But all right, so that brings us back to Fear and Beer. Mr.
All right.
Fear and Beer,
well,
you're up.
I feel like people are kind of forcing my hand in this cryptid category now. So I'm going to have to jump in there. I'm going to dip my toes in that cryptid pool real quick. And no, I'm not going to take the pool with Nessie. I'm going to take Mothman.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to take that because Bigfoot's on the list, but we've seen similar stuff like that. Nessie's, that'd be a hard one to replicate.
But Mothman would be dope, though.
Yeah, but I'm down for Mothman.
Yep. All right, so back to you, DC. You're on the board for your second pick.
All right, let me see. I might have to take another good IP off the list. If y'all
calm down, DC. Calm down.
Hey, brother, look, like Dillon said, I'm here to win, right? I'm gonna go with I do need me a good ghostly house. I'm gonna have to go with The Conjuring.
Ooh, okay.
I need that in my life. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one because I really enjoyed Insidious and The Conjuring. If I haven't seen the new one yet. Now I'll be honest, I haven't seen that one yet, but I've seen a lot of the older ones, and I love the nun inside The Conjuring. I think she could be freaky as hell in the nun. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think she'd be freaky as hell in one of our houses. I hope we have The Conjuring one year.
It's got to happen at some point.
Alrighty. So, with that, we are back to Dillon for his second pick.
All right. So I've thought about it for not a lot of time, but I think the popularity at Horrors Unleashed is sending me directly to Resident Evil 4.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
That's like my favorite game, too.
Yeah, I think
I don't play many games.
Right?
That's my favorite Resident Evil one.
Yeah, I heard it's really popular with the 10 people that go there on a daily basis.
It feels a lot more popular since Resident Evil has gone there, to be fair. But That's true.
All right.
Well, I think because there's a wave going, pun intended, in the video games. Is it my pick next?
It is, Ryan. You're up, my friend.
I am going to go with BioShock.
Fuck,
because
yeah.
that is
Okay.
the perfect video game house. It has not happened yet, which I get it. That's fine. But like, we got a little taste of it with Dead Man's Pier, and I think we could go all in. It'd be great. BioShock all the way.
Yeah, for sure.
That was gonna be my next one. Damn.
Yeah, that's a pretty short category right there. Like, there's not a lot of meat on that bone.
And honestly, I picked a lot of ones that I want to see, so I'm happy with any of them.
Well, I'm gonna have to take your word for most of those because I have no clue.
All right, so that brings us back to the other Nick, Dead Man's Mike. You're back on the clock, my friend.
All right, so this next one that I'm about to take off the board, I would say has been in the speculation conversation a lot this year, not for something that we are going to see this year, but something that a lot of people are going to give a call back to in a sense. And that is from the sequel category, The Darkest Deal. I got to take that one off the board. That's a classic right there. Nick, I know you love that one.
Yeah,
I had to get it before you did.
it. I was hoping because it was on the bottom left. I'm like, people might forget about this category a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I have to scroll up and down to see everything.
All right, well, that means wrapping back around. Nick, you're back on the clock again, my friend, for your second pick. Oh, your third pick, excuse me.
Okay. Let's see. This is one that I've always wanted to see at the event. I don't think we've ever seen it before, even though this is kind of a different form, but I'm going to take Pet Sematary Bloodlines
Ooh, that's a good one.
off the board. 'Cause Pet Sematary is one of my favorite horror movies anyway. But I just, even the original, like imagine them recreating the truck scene somehow at the beginning of the house.
Yeah, anything
be
Stephen
insane.
King, I'm down for. So,
Yep.
all right, Ryan, you're back on the board, back on the clock, my friend.
I know last year a lot of people saved this till the very end, but I'm going to go with an original house. And I'm going to have to pick abandoned cruise ship.
Yeah.
Specifically, the Carnival Poop Cruise. I don't know if you've seen the Netflix documentary on it.
Terrifying stuff.
Scarier than any haunted house that's ever happened at Horror Nights. And I kind of want to keep the nautical theme with BioShock, so maybe that'll be an ongoing theme for me. We'll see. But yeah, Poop Cruise is my original house.
That works. All right, Dillon, you're back up, my friend. Pick 3.
Yeah, funny enough, I didn't think it would get so difficult quick. I think there was like the handful that I was kind of interested in. And now it's literally already feeling like I'm like, all right, start picking and grabbing. Because I think it would be fantastic, and we've come a long way with some of the puppetry, and maybe they could go crazy with it. I'm going to take Godzilla from 1998.
Yeah.
Lock me in.
Lady
Absolutely.
Godzilla.
That was put there specifically for Jimmy, and he passed up on it twice.
It definitely was.
If you don't know, Jimmy is like the ultimate Godzilla fan.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Godzilla's
That's
fire,
okay.
though. I love it.
I appreciate it. Finally, the 98's getting some love.
I have a sick fascination with the 98 Godzilla for some reason, but
It's the ultimate. It's such a great guilty pleasure. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun movie.
it is.
Was that Matthew Broderick?
Matthew Broderick, baby.
It's a wicked fun movie. I have a blast watching it. A lot of Godzilla fans shit on me for it, but
All right, DC, you're up, man. Pick 3.
All right, this is perfect because I need to knock it out. I'm gonna go Dead by Daylight for video games.
Ooh.
There's so many
Definitely,
IPs.
definitely
With the
the
98.
most haunted house-ish game on the list, I think. Like, definitely lends itself to it for sure. All right. So, Fear and Beer, Nick, you're back on the board, my friend.
Crikey. Okay. I feel like I just want to chip away at these new horror IPs because there's a lot there. I don't want Conjuring. Yes. Okay. I'm going to take a movie that I really do not enjoy but I do think it would make a pretty fun house. And that's going to be Midsommar.
Oh.
Or Midsummer or whatever you want to call it. I just don't like it. Not a fan of it. Maybe I have to rewatch it to appreciate it more. But
so why are you picking this?
Because I think it would be a good house, and I don't want to pick Cabin in the Woods because it's already been there. I don't want zombies. I don't need the whatever they want to call that twisted universe of the fairy tales. I think that one. I think it's a people pick. I'm trying to win this one. Sometimes these, as we know with Horror Nights, not everything is for everybody. This one is not a me pick, but I think this would be an IP that kind of like me for Us. Like I didn't love the movie Us, but I loved the house Us. Like I think this could work, and it would be a weird house to try because it was like you'd almost want it bright in there too. Like you'd want to replicate the sunlight of it. So it'd be a very awkward, weird house to do. But I think it's got enough like theming and visuals to make it a fun one.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, Nick, you have picked both of your new IPs, so just keep that in mind. All right, Jimmy, you're back up for your next two picks, my friend.
All right, I'm going to go, just because they're so scarce, I'm going to go with a video game. I'm surprised no one chose it. I'm going to go for Left 4 Dead.
Nobody chose it because it's not on the list.
Not there. Did you?
Oh, sorry. Damn it.
I mean, you're making me question myself because I definitely had it on there at one point, but I removed it. So I don't know. You should have the most recent. So for video games, you've got Alan Wake, Amnesia: Dark Descent, and Metro 2033 currently available.
All right, I'll do Metro
2033. It's a solid game, solid book, actually, too. Not to get all nerdy on you, but. All right, so that leads you into your fourth pick, Jimmy. So back to you, my friend.
Well, now I'm afraid to pick.
I told you, he's the wild card.
All right, I'm going to go. Let's see. I'll go with new horror IP. How about 28 Years Later?
All right. Bone Temple, baby. All right, 28 Years Later.
Oh, now I feel like an idiot for choosing Left 4 Dead.
It's like, yeah, nobody picked it because you can't.
Well, I mean, it's not there, so you didn't actually pick it.
I was so pumped. I was like, no one's going to get it. And there's a reason why.
All right, Fearbeard Nick, back to you, my friend.
All right. There's a couple over there that I like, but I'll let them sit for a bit. I'm going to dip into sequels. I'm filling up these houses. I'm going to take Puppet Theater as my sequel. I loved that house, and I think there's a lot more story to tell as well.
Yeah.
I think that was a very... I'd like to see them almost give it a call-up and put it in a soundstage. You know, we saw what they could do in the Sprung tent. It was wild. But imagining that in a soundstage, given that much more space.
Even in a new tent, because that was in an old Sprung tent. That wasn't even in one of the new tents, which are bigger. So that would have been that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that off. I know I'm favoriting a lot of these houses right now, but I don't. I don't feel the pressure to go scare zones.
It's a strategy. All right, so back to DC for his fourth pick.
Ooh. I think I need me a puppet house now. I'm gonna knock out the houses right now and get them out the way. So I'm gonna go with new. Actually, wait a minute. How many new horrors do I got?
You have an old IP, a new IP, and a video game house as of right now.
Okay. Then I got to go with my boy Pinocchio on stream.
Yeah.
I was wondering how long that one was gonna sit on the board.
I love if you guys a lot of you guys probably know, or maybe you don't, but I love Chucky, and Chucky's not on here, so I need me something similar to Chucky, and I think this would be a dope concept house if they brought it to HHN. Honestly.
Funny thing about those, like that twisted childhood fantasy universe or whatever, I had messaged and emailed in, and we got the all clear to be in the new Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3, but it was filming in London. So we did not get to go to that.
Yeah, they wanted like extras for some like kill scene or whatever.
Some big like circus slaughter scene, and we debated it. It was in April, so it was like a very quick turnaround. They had told us, and it's like, oh yeah, in like 3 weeks or whatever. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know
if we can swing a London trip off the blue.
Yeah,
Bro,
to not get paid.
I literally like my tore my daughter's heart apart because she loves Winnie the Pooh, and I was watching it one night, and she saw me watch. It's like, "Is it Winnie the Pooh?" I was like, she comes to see him slaughter.
Kind
That's
of.
not Winnie the Pooh.
It's Winnie the Pooh adjacent.
Yeah, kind of.
Right.
All right. So with that, we're back to Dillon for pick number 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig into the musicians' bands here. I was kind of torn between Ice9 or Sleep Token. As much as I think people like Sleep Token, I think Ice9 just opens up the window of possibility for whatever they want to do in a house like that. I think that would honestly do some numbers. So I'll do Ice9 Kills for my music house.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely someone that everybody's been asking about for a very long time. So
Now, I had made a post on Dead Man's not too long ago, kind of sparking a debate between Ice9 for a house and Motionless in White. Even though Motionless isn't on this list, I do think that they could make some noise too.
Yeah, I never even gave them a thought, but now that you say that, that's actually not a bad idea. Because my thing with Ice9 has always been that, not to interrupt the draft, but the only thing I've ever said about them is they're hard just because everything they do is themed around actual existing properties. So I don't know how that works.
Right.
Like, can they get away with doing a lot of their music considering they're singing about actual horror characters?
No,
But
they couldn't.
They would be fun.
They could not.
No, not at all.
It would not happen at this event. This is not Fortnite where they like license out the characters to throw in the video game. No, they're just gonna sing about them and not really mention it unless it's live.
Right. But I wouldn't be necessarily opposed to like just going to Spencer and be like, hey, we want you to help design an original house and let him kind of just do his thing. But
yeah, write a whole soundtrack for it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
All right. In my eyes, it's happening. We're bringing all the IPs and
definitely.
It's the fantasy book, so you can do that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us back to Ryan, my friend. You're up for your 4th pick.
Out of fear of the sequel houses leaving and me continuing my theme, I'm gonna go with Depths of Fear, a sequel to a house
I desperately want
that
this house
a lot
to
of
come back.
fans liked, but
Yeah,
from my
right.
understanding, a lot of the scare actors were not the biggest fan of that house. So, luck of the draw for anybody being cast this specific year. But yeah, Depths of Fear is my next.
Well,
pick.
you could be emoting in the fucking.
Hey, you could be Banana Guy number 3.
Fortnite, so I don't want to hear it.
You're right.
All right. Yeah, I really want that house to come back. But that brings us back to Nick Deadmans. You're up for your next 2 picks.
All right. So I'm going to follow in Dillon's footsteps and head into the musician band category.
Don't do it.
And I'm actually going to go ahead and lock down Travis Scott for this. For one, I think Travis Scott sells a shitload of tickets. And then 2, because I don't listen to him all the time, but that Utopia album does have a lot of like dark imagery and things with it.
Yep.
And so I was against The Weeknd before I went through it. So I'm always open to whoever it is.
That was definitely my thought. I'm like, if they can make Weeknd work, they can easily make Travis's music work.
Yeah,
for
Travis
sure.
could definitely work. And then for my second pick, I'm actually going to go with a returning HHN character. And I think we're going to give the Pumpkin Lord some more shine here.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Pumpkin, baby. Yeah,
I want to say, was that 31 the last time we saw him?
Yeah, when he was up in his little like pumpkin throne farting on people and making jokes and shit.
Yeah.
Ruin the poor guy. Come on, give him his house back. Come on. Bring it back to prominence. All right. So that leaves us back to Ryan. You are up, my friend.
Okay. Well, I gotta stick with this water theme, this like nautical whatever theme that I'm trying to go with. That being said, I'm gonna go with a modern sequel Scare Zone, which is Vikings Undead 2 Blood Feast.
Let's go.
This is one of the prompts that was written. It's going to be Vikings that are feasting on blood. There you go. I filled in the story. You're welcome.
Kind of handed you that one on a silver platter.
Yeah,
but yes.
thank you.
All right. So that's our first scare zone off the board. So as of right now, Ryan goes with the first scare zone. We have yet to have anybody poisoned, so just keep that in mind.
I forgot about that.
Brings us back to Dillon. You're up, my friend.
Yeah, I was feeling the scare zones right now as well. I don't even think it's the best in the category, but I think it would be fun. It's been a hot category right now. I want Marvel Zombies for my IP scare zone.
Okay.
Isn't that a returning? I don't know if anybody remembers this, but this was a thing a little bit at Islands of Fear first year.
Really?
There was a kind of a.
I'm gonna say, was it at Islands?
Yeah,
when
they had
when the Carnage returns.
Yeah, so it's
Or
not zombies
Maximum
specifically, but there's been Marvel before at Horror Nights. So
Well,
That's
Marvel
dope.
Zombies is sick, and that would be really cool to see that. So I'm hoping that they can make that work, even though we know it won't. So, but this isn't about what can happen; it's what we want to happen. So DC, you're up, my friend. Back to you for pick 5.
I was looking. Feel like I gotta take a music off at this point.
You can skip music for now. It's fine. You don't need to dwindle that category. There's a whole bunch of other stuff out here. I'm looking around. There's so many things, so many possibilities.
go for music. What I think Nick wants either Sleep Token or Poppy. So take either of those, and you don't have to poison him.
Funny thing was,
I'm just saying, Poppy can make a sick house.
Stop talking. All right, you're off the clock.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go to returning HHN.
Good call. Good
Because
call.
All right.
It's a great call.
There's one I do want to come this year, and I want the storyteller to come here. We haven't seen it since HHN30, so I want her back. It's perfect. It's anniversary year, and it will be dope. Little backstory. I did not know this, but did you guys know that she kind of got the name, or not the name, but kind of like the lore from Bloody Mary?
It's kind of that weird year where
Yeah.
they
kind of fits together. She also, because Terror Queen comes with her too. So if you pick storyteller, Terror Queen's with her because she's obviously part of that
the twofer
of that storyline. So, but that's a good pick. Yeah, I want to see storyteller again. We haven't seen her since the Icons house. All right, so Fear and Beer, Nick, you're up, my friends.
All right, I'm just gonna go to musics and take Poppy.
Yeah. Fun fact, we did have her brother-in-law reach out to us because I think I mentioned, like, could it be a Poppy house? I don't know, a couple years ago. And he was like, it's definitely not a Poppy house. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. Do you know somebody at university? No, I'm married to her sister. I'm like, oh, well, that works. We didn't know you listen to us.
Shout out if you're listening still.
Yeah, if you're listening.
Tell her to come on an episode.
Yeah, tell her to interview
a Poppy house.
Interview her.
That's dope.
She's from Mass too, so just like us.
Right, yeah.
So that works. But all right, so Jimmy, you're back, my friend. Your next 2 picks.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a returning HHN character, and I'm gonna go with Ash.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Boomstick. Evil Dead we're not getting this year.
Yeah. The good Evil Dead.
All right, so he's off the board, and that's to your next pick, Jimmy. So go ahead when you're ready.
Oh, well, this is a given. For holiday, I'm going to go Independence Day.
Oh.
Okay.
That'd be good.
So that's a holiday scare zone. Independence Day. Aliens.
Yep.
Definitely base it around the movie if you wanted to, but yeah, it's a solid pick. All right, so Nick, Fear Bear, you're back up, my friend.
All right, I'm going to take a swing at something real quick, okay? I think I might be able to poison 2 people at once because I think I see what Ryan's doing here. And
you cannot take my theme and give it to someone else. That's not. There's only one more thing I really need. So
I am going to poison somebody, and I can't give it to Nick because Nick's stay together. So I hope that comes back around. DC, it's your first time here. I can't do that to you, buddy.
Oh,
Ryan, this is something I think you were going to maybe add. And Jimmy, you already just picked something from this. So Dillon, I am so sorry. You were going to get International Talk Like a Pirate Day for your holiday scare zone.
I thought for sure nobody would go for that.
I'm like, that's the one thing I think I need to just dodge. I'm like, I might just take a holiday right now. Oh, that's actually unbelievable.
You got one. What, were you gonna take that one, Ryan?
There's another one I was eyeing, but since I went with a theme, I was like, I gotta go with this. So I was committed to that. But
All right.
I just had to do it. So that's my
means
pick.
Dillon has been poisoned. He cannot be poisoned again. And Nick has used his poison, so he cannot poison anybody else.
And I know the target's on my back now, but somebody had to do it. I had to pull the trigger before somebody took that one.
Bro, I'm actually excited. I put that one there. I'm like, I'm down to see who picks this one because
it was gonna be one that was left around for a while, and I saw what Ryan was building, and I had to jump when I could. I had to walk
that
to the front.
That was a classic twofer.
that means Nick has sacrificed his pick for this round. I didn't really think this through too much, so I guess we'll just add this on. It just skips Dillon's next pick, and then.
Well, no,
Max
Dillon
around.
still gets the pick. I just don't pick.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Oh,
all right. Well, no,
wait.
I'm just trying to make sure the order to make sense because if we do that, then Dillon will be ahead of everybody by one. So.
Oh wait, actually, Commissioner, this is up to you. I completely went against your rules. I forgot we could only poison houses.
Oh. Good point. I didn't even catch that. Oh,
shit.
yeah. No,
He
saved. He
Okay.
is. Yeah, we're not going to let that go
this is
through.
fine. No, just let him poison. I think it's fine.
Well,
But
you're
you
not
can't
the
pick
commissioner, so
Should do a thumbs up, thumbs down vote.
I did say houses.
Yeah,
I did say just houses. So
that
sorry.
was so good. I had the plan. It was.
I mean,
right
it was
there.
funny, but sorry, everybody.
Oh, son of a bitch.
He lives.
So he lives to pick another day.
Okay, so I either pick or poison.
But yeah, if you do poison, you're going to have to skip that person's next pick, so that way it stays in order.
Well, I think because I would assume though, at some point you're going to have to poison, so you're going to lose your pick later on.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
should.
so
So
I think it would
Yeah, I
even
guess.
out, right?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't. That's true. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm
Math
gonna
is
have
not
to.
my strong suit.
I'm not gonna avert from my plan. Okay, I'm sticking with what I had.
So you're still going to poison Dillon with something else? That's messed up.
I have to.
Poor dude was
check.
just saved. You're like, hey.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is doable. I'm just checking the summaries here real quick to see who's got what. This seems like it's in play, and I'm still gonna do
I
it.
know what you're gonna do.
Dylan, you're getting Nessie for your cryptid.
No, I was like, oh shit, he didn't see Nessie's on there. That's another water-based thing.
Oh my God.
I'm fine. I'm safe. Now I'm not safe.
I'm not even lying to you. When I just thought about that too, I was like, I just Googled whatever this last thing is. I was like, okay, that and Bigfoot are actually kind of cool. I was like, I'm totally cool with that. I was like, no one's going to go into that category. So appreciate
Like
that.
a
one, dude. That's
Loch
two.
Ness house would
He's
be
coming.
sick.
He's coming for you, dude. Just watch yourself.
I gave my reasoning. I think it's thorough. I think it fits. This is the point of the poison, is to throw chaos into this. And
It's
I
true.
think this is
That's what the whole point was.
All right.
All right.
Even if I
so-
lose now, I'm happy.
All right, so Nick gives up his pick to poison Dillon. That leads us to DC. You're up for your pick number 6.
I'm not gonna poison anyone. Not yet. But I am gonna go.
Ryan's so mad.
Nobody's touched these yet. What? Okay, I'm gonna go sequel OGs Scare Zone,
Yup.
and I'm going Trinks and Foons.
Yeah.
There's a possibility we may
Tomfoolery.
see him. We may see him this year in the Clown Zone. Hopefully,
That's true. That is true. I didn't think of that.
I
but
think
yeah.
I think we're
that
seeing
would
him
be
this
pretty
year.
dope. So, yeah, I like a little clown, and Dillon took it for me. So I gotta have some type of clown in my event. So I'll go with that one.
Yeah, we got a few things on the list that are clown related or adjacent. So
Yeah, clown related. Yeah.
all right, so that brings us to our poisoned pal Dillon. You're up, my friend. You're actually picking pick 7, but you're up. So whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I think there's been a huge nostalgia push for the 90s, and I want Vamp in 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like been the
that
new
was dope.
era.
All right, so Dillon's going with Vamp 99, 1999. And that brings us to Ryan. You're up on the clock.
Since my gimmick was sabotaged, I'm not even committed. I'm going with the holiday, and I'm not going with International Talk Like a Pirate Day because there's no point in continuing this. I am gonna go with President's Day.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we could
that'd be
have a house with crypto scams and demolished east wing of the White House and maybe even a sabotage reflecting pool. So I guess I'm sticking with that nautical theme. And, you know, that's my pick, President's Day.
Zombie presidents, man. All right, that brings us back to Dead Man's Mike. Nick, you're up for your next two picks.
All
and
right,
you,
so
just in case you were wondering, you still have old IPs available, one new IP, original video game, and all your scare zones.
all right, cool. I'm gonna go down and pick a show, and we are gonna go ahead and bring WWE back with Undertaker.
Hey.
A tale of brotherly love.
Yeah, tell brotherly love, man.
Go ahead. I
think that would be dope, and we saw what Wyatt Six did last year, so why not bring it back in some capacity? It was a hit. It did well. And then for my second pick, I think I'm going to come up to the sequel modern as our Scare Zone category. And I think I'm going to go with Cat Lady of Crooked Lane, man. Dog Eat Dog.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Gotta bring the dogs into this now.
Yeah, man.
Time to bring in the other pets.
Featuring the Baja Men.
I like that. I like that.
Right. Who let the dogs out?
I do want to point out my son helped me come up with the show ideas because I could not think of things. So he came up with the ideas and I gave him the names.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right. So that leads us back to Ryan. You're on the clock again, my friend.
Okay. I'm going to be honest, guys. I've only seen one single horror movie in this entire list of horror movies. I am a fan of Horror Nights and the history of it and other haunts. I don't like horror movies as much as other people in here, but Midsummer was the only one I knew. And I'm going to go with Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, it's a great one.
It's a great one.
I originally, I put it on my list because I go, oh my God, I love Dave Bautista. He's in that movie. No, wrong. He is not in Cabin in the Woods.
No, he's not.
He's at Knock at the Cabin. Very different. But I'm just going to pretend that's Knock at the Cabin.
But fun fact, Thor is in Cabin in the Woods. So
I did see that when I Googled it because I had to Google the cast.
Yep.
So, but if you could still put Batista on the graphic for me, if you're putting something together, that would be
definitely.
nice.
We'll definitely include Batista. Skinny, weird actor Batista.
Yeah,
no,
skinny Batista, not
wrestling Batista.
No,
animal.
Yeah, not steroid Batista. All right, so that brings us back to Dillon. You're on the clock again, my friend.
I'm struggling here a little bit.
Well, you're good on cryptid now, so you're good.
I mean, you could always poison Nick. He could. He does
I am brewing for like the perfect moment right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's gotta we gotta dwindle a little bit more, so everyone starts freaking out just a little bit. It's tough. Man, I don't. I'll take. It's gonna be bizarre, but I'll take Anarcade 3D or a sequel modern Scare Zone.
I was looking at.
I don't think I really love any of the other options totally there. And I think Anarcade did well. So
yeah, the 3D aspect doesn't actually have to be 3D. I just think that's kind of a cool idea.
yeah.
All right. So that brings us back to DC. Just so you know, you have picked both of your new IP for houses. So just in case you were wondering, but you're up.
All right. Ooh. There's a lot of good shows. I think I might wait on that. There's a lot of good ones, honestly. I'm gonna go with my old horror IP. I think this would be a funny, fun house, and that will be Children of the Corn 666. I think that I would love to see a bunch of badass kids running around stabbing. That I remember. I haven't watched that one. I watched the first one, and I just remember that one, and it was more comedy to me, more than just horror, in my opinion. But I enjoyed it.
Just don't use real corn in the house, please.
It's definitely not the best of that series of movies, but it is a fun B movie watch for sure. And that means all of your IP houses are selected. So just keep that in mind. That brings us back to Fear and Beer. Nick, you're up, my friend. And both of your new IPs have been selected. I may have already told you that. But
okay. Yeah, it's getting a little tight in certain areas. Okay.
You didn't think I was going to make this easy on you, did you?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with modern sequel Scare Zone. And I'm going to take Conjure the Dark 2 Sorcerer's Revenge.
Yes.
Because I just did not want to get stuck with the Blumhouse
again.
And now you
Blumhouse again.
Poison that one with me.
Modern sequel. All right. So that brings us to Jimmy. Back to you, my friend. Next two picks.
All right. I'm going to go with my second old horror IP. This is one of my favorites. I'm going to go The Howling.
Nice. Such a good movie. And that means both of your old IPs are selected. So just keep that in mind. But it's back to you again, my friend.
Okay. I guess I'll do. I don't know if mine's updating as fast, but I'll do sequel. Triplets of Terror.
Yep.
Dang.
Sorry,
not my
we
pick,
already get a
but
sequel.
It is available.
We got a sequel to that house. It was called The Wyatt Six. Jimmy, it's too long of a thing to explain. I know you haven't been, but
I'll give you. I'll send you my email.
Okay, I'll type it out.
And your and your address.
Well,
and
Oh,
your
the serial
already out there.
Social security number.
And your social security number. Yeah, and just your whole identity.
Dude, can I also send you my rent
this
check?
to me in my mail? Great.
All right, Fear and Bear Nick, back to you, my friend. You have yet to pick an old IP. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of looking at right now, just so I can get something fun. This one, the movie is hokey, but I think it's fun. I'm going to take Sorority House Massacre.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun house, man. That's just
hell yeah,
a schlocky good time. Somewhere in the 80s, I think, but the aesthetic's pretty cool. Doing like a actual sorority house as a haunted house would be pretty fun.
I mean, it worked with the bar there, Dead Coconut, when they did the whole sorority house, so that kind of worked. But all right, so back to DC. You're up, my friend. Again, you've picked all of your IP houses, so you're good there. But whenever you're ready.
Shoot. I don't want to get stuck with it, so I'm going sequel modern. I need that Seek and Destroy. I need that.
Yeah.
I can't get
Escape
stuck
from
with
New York.
Blumhouse.
And that's fun too. So now it's not like you need to pick this at any point, Jimmy, but you are going to be stuck with that last one because everybody has selected that already.
That is Jimmy's house, so I'm
at some point. We don't have to put it in yet because it has to take it as a pick, but that can be
all right. Yeah, so we're getting down there a little bit, but we definitely get a lot of IPs for Scare Zones available, a lot of sequel OGs and so forth. So there's still some picks out there, but that brings us back to Dillon. You're up, my friend. Kind of openings pretty much all over the board.
Yeah, I'm. So I keep going back to original houses, Moonbase, and it keeps bringing me back to Pizza Moon and like the theater vibe. So I'm gonna go Moonbase, and it's gonna be It's you're gonna take the idea of Pizza Moon, this like abandoned theater, but it's gonna be horror and it's gonna be these creaky old whatevers and maybe some pizza. I don't know, but we're taking the moon base.
I've been eyeing that one too.
Say you sold me. All right, Ryan. Back to you, my friend.
I'm gonna poison Nick. And let me take a poll from the audience. What do you think I should poison him with? I'll let you guys pick because I just want to hurt his chances. We could give him Graveyard as one of the original houses because we got that recently and it was probably bottom of the barrel for that last year.
Well, I'll make it easy for you. So he's got an opening for an old IP house, a returning HHN character house, an original house, and a video game house. So those are the ones you can pick.
Okay. I don't know. Let's give him AI controlled factory. That was the only one I did. There you go.
The whole
Have
thing
fun.
is you just get splashed with brown water.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Right when you walk in.
all of the Coke freestyle machines in that area of the park don't work. They're all out of water.
No ice, no water, nothing.
Dang, I kind of thought that was a cool idea. I guess.
No, I think it's a scary idea, but again, I feel like that
Hard
one's
to
the
translate.
hardest to have on your promotional
true.
list
That
for
is true.
HHN.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna get canceled for having AI on my list.
Well, I mean, it's evil AI, so it's not your fault.
Anti-AI.
All right,
It'll be the Fanta booth they had 2 years ago that used AI for the art and people got pissed about. That'll be the facade, is just that Fanta booth.
All right, so that means Ryan has poisoned Nick. So Nick can no longer be poisoned. Well, Nick Fearbear can no longer be poisoned. That leads us back to Deadman's Nick for your next two picks. Or your poison if you choose to use it.
Seamus, let me know what I have left.
So you still have two old IPs for houses open, a new IP open, original house, video game house, and then basically every scare zone other than modern sequel.
Got it. All right. So the first thing, this one's been hard. I've been choosing between two of these sequel OGs in this scare zone category. But I think I'm gonna take Hyde and Shrek harder. I think I'm gonna lock that one down, and then I am going to go over to the new horror IP category, and we're gonna lock down Bambi the Reckoning.
Yeah,
There we go.
that movie's pretty good. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man. Like, especially with it all kicked off with, Blood and Honey. I don't even know if the Peter Pan one they talked about ever saw light of day, but
I loved it.
I don't know, man. This might be
it's on
something
Peacock.
cool, so. Oh, is it out there?
Yeah, it honestly gave me a lot of Black Phone vibes. I really liked it.
Okay.
Well, the Bambi movie is on. I forget what streaming service it's on, but it's on something, and it's like a really good monster movie. If they didn't call it Bambi, it could literally just be anything else, just about a
Right.
monstrous deer.
Well, they're all
It's pretty
leading
good.
up to the Pooniverse movie.
Oh,
And that's
God.
and I'm not making it up. That's
No, I
like a
know you're
legit
not.
thing.
That's actually going to happen.
And they're taking all of them. So they're taking like Winnie the Pooh, Bambi, Pinocchio, all those characters. It's going to be like an Avengers movie. And they even
Put it
ripped off the
together.
Avengers logo and put like the Pooniverse in that font style. And that's honestly coming out, I think, in like a year or two.
That's going to be so stupid.
It's called Monsters Assembled, I think. I know
I'll be
DC's
seeing
searching
for
that
that.
right now.
Oh my goodness. All right. So that brings us back to Ryan. So you're on the board again, my friend.
Okay. I feel like there's three bands left, and I'm gonna have to go with one of them. We've got Cannibal Corpse, Tech Nine, and Sleep Token. There's two of them which I know really. I'm gonna go with Sleep Token. I know that'll sell tickets. I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of Sleep Token because of their rise in popularity recently, but their first album is outstanding. And I think it'd be some fun vibes. and they have their second album's very like nautical based, like water themes. So if I'm trying to hang on to that water,
It's true.
there you go.
Yeah, and they can have the Atlantic song in it. Yeah, no, definitely.
There you go.
And I love their imagery. I'm just saying, I do love Sleep Tokens imagery. I think it would work really well.
If Weekend worked, they could work. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So that means, let's see. So Sleep Tokens off the board. That brings us back to Dillon. You're still pretty open. You've got an old IP for a house, a new IP for a house still there, returning HHN character, then a couple scare zones in a show.
Yeah, I think so. I actually haven't seen the newest Scream. I know a lot of people want Scream at the event, but I don't think I'm gonna take it. And I haven't seen, honestly, I haven't seen all three of these remaining in the new, but Train to Busan looks kind of interesting. And I don't know. I'm just gonna lock it in.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would recommend watching it. It is a great movie, one of the better zombie movies to come out in recent years. So definitely worth checking out. But yeah, it's a good pick. Plus, it'd be interesting because it's all based on a train. So how you make that work as a house would be interesting to see how that works. All right. So that brings us back to DC. You're up again, my friend.
I was just looking. It's getting slim pickings out here now.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I guess since this hasn't really been touched, I may go Scare Zone IP. I think that's Scare Zone, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Universal Monsters Up Close and Personal.
Yeah.
I've
Never seen him as a Scare Zone, so that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I was gonna go with Terrifier, but I already kind of have something. I got Drinks and Food, so I was like, But Terrifier would be someone that would bring tickets too, though. So it's all right.
Yeah, but I think Universal Monsters is also a pretty big draw for a lot of people, so I think it's still a solid pick. All right, so Mr. Fear and Beer, you're back on the board, my friend.
All right. Well, people are diving into that IP scare zone, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the Lost Boys California Sunset.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did just watch that movie for the first time the other day. It is incredible.
As good as they hype it up to be.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd fit that one. I might maybe just put it in Hollywood just because it's California.
All right. That brings us back to Jimmy. My friend, you're on the board for the next two picks.
All right. I don't think I've chosen a Scare Zone yet. Sequel. I'm going to lock in Horrorwood 2, Glitz and Glam.
It's an OG. Horrorwood is like one of the first Scare Zones ever.
Sounds pretty cool.
And then that means your next pick.
Okay. I'm going to do an original. I'm just going to go classic. I'll just go Graveyard.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Graveyard's, it's always, you can use it pretty much for anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be any one thing. It's just classic Halloween. All right, Fear and Beer. Nick, you're back on the board, my friend.
I got my eyes set on one, and I feel like people might not pick this one, but there's only 3 left. So I'm going to go sequel OGs in the scare zones. And I'm going to take Blood Thunder Alley, sacrificing that hog. I want it like backwoods, mom and pop, like rednecky, something
all
like
motorcycles,
that.
Man. The first one was all about motorcycles and demons and stuff.
Okay, either way.
I mean, it could be whatever you want it to be, really, but that's when I looked it up. Yeah.
I'm gonna have double hogs on hogs. They're gonna be like pig people on motorcycles.
That would be pretty sick.
Kawasaki's.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, DC, back on the board, my friend.
I'm going with shows. There's a lot left, and I need the boys back. I need my guys Bill and Ted, man. I need some comedy. I don't care if people's feelings get hurt. I need it. So bring them back.
Yes, sir. Bill and Ted Back to Basics.
That's gonna get a lot of votes online.
It's
that's for sure.
another big vote for sure. All right, Dillon, you're back on the board, my friend.
Well, I was looking. It's time to bust out the poison dart here. Here's the thing. I'm evaluating the draft summary. The old IPs, it looks like Deadman Nick and Ryan have not touched them. It looks like they are scared to get involved over there. Unfortunately, Fear and Beer Nick has already been poisoned, so I can't return the favor.
Thank you, Ryan.
So it is between Deadman and Ryan here.
Think about Family Feud, okay? We're in this together. We're both on Team YouTube. Well, I'm not on Team YouTube, but I'm like the team captain of YouTube, sort of, kind of. So come on.
So I'm just going to tell you, somebody's getting the killer tomatoes right now. So if you want tomatoes, I'll send it your way as a light layup. Otherwise, I'll respect it. You gave me a few nods. Dead Man's Nick, I guess welcome to the pod. You're going to have to take the old attack of the killer tomatoes.
All right. We'll take it.
Don't shake it till you try it. I'm telling you, man. It's a good movie.
I wanted that. I feel like it's very Killer Clowns vibe. Like
very much. Very worse than Killer Clowns for sure. But
I think some of those other ones are still pretty decent that are left. So
yeah,
I'm like, I feel like that's the one that I'm like, here, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, the thing is, like, I'm a little concerned that based on the way that the poison works, everyone, if they take the houses and you haven't done, then I feel like we're going to have to do the scare zones. And I don't want to be part of the, like, shift in that regard, right? Because if everybody takes a house and you still have a poison left, how's the rule going to work there?
You don't get to poison anybody.
We don't think that far out, I guess.
Well, there we go. I'm done. Hands are clean.
All right. Well, that brings us back to Ryan. You are on the board.
I'm continuing with selling tickets because I think Sleep Token would sell tickets. I am gonna go with an IP scare zone. I'm gonna go with Terrifier clowning around. And let me explain, because if Terrifier gets an entire scare zone to himself, there could be all the different versions of Terrifier in the same spot. We could have the girl, we could get, Santa Claus Terrifier. It alleviates the issues that we saw last year and we will probably see this year. And I think Terrifier is a good character as long as people treat him right. I think we'll be fine with some more Mr. Terrifier.
Bunch of art clowns running
For
around.
sure.
Yep.
Plus, art's the man, so it'll bring the crowds in. All right, so back to Deadman's Mike. Nick, you're on the board. You did get poisoned, unfortunately, but you can still poison somebody else. So if you'd like to, Ryan is still available to get poisoned. DC is still available to get poisoned. And Jimmy's still available to get poisoned. Just saying, if you choose to.
I got more than already.
And is this one pick now, or is this still two?
No, you still get your 2 picks. Yeah, I'm just gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna do that. So yes, you can still make your 2 picks if you want to.
All good. I'm gonna go down to the vamp category first, and we're gonna go vamp 1799. I can just see people wearing a bunch of that colonial shit that they wore back in the day, but rocking out to like a trapped out version of Beethoven or something on the lines of that. Like that, I feel like that would hit. It would probably piss a lot of people off, but you walk through it a few times, you might end up liking it. So we'll go vamp 1799 for the first pick. And then for the second pick, something is telling me to go ahead and snatch from the video game category this Amnesia Dark Descent.
No, it's such a good game.
Yeah. So that's going to be my second pick.
Like legitimately scary game. So that's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that just makes for a dope house.
Yep, for sure. All right. So back to Ryan. You're on the board again, my friend.
I'm gonna continue to sell more tickets. Let me get Five Nights at Freddy's and shows. I am not the biggest Five Nights guy, but also I hate that theater. I refuse to see shows there because I can't sit in those seats without my. I think I said this even last year. It's like I don't care what show I get as long as it sells tickets because I'm not going to see it. Anyway, there we go.
Freddie Fazbear in concert. All right, Dillon, back to you, my friend.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, I'm leaving Alan Wake to the end. So I think because we were being teased with a Jack show, let's grab Down to Clown Jack Attack and give the people what they really wanted this year. No shade to Nightmare Fuel.
Well, I think everybody wants to throw shade at Nightmare Fuel, so it's okay if you do. DC, back to you, my friend.
What do I have left? I think I got a sequel left for houses.
So you have a sequel house open, you've got a cryptid house open still, musician open, original idea open, and then for scare zones, you've got holiday and vamp era.
I'm gonna go with Dead Exposure, Patient Zero.
Ooh.
I think that would be the perfect house to have because I feel like you gotta have a little mixture of everything. I don't have any type of flesh eating zombie. I think that would be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, all right. That brings us to Nick again, Fear and Beer on the board.
So this one's been sitting at like two options for a little while, and I kind of want to make sure I don't get stuck with the other one. So for the returning HHN character house, I'm going to take Lady Luck. I want a casino house, and that's who I kind of was eyeing a little bit from the get-go. I knew I wasn't going to jump on that category first, so I figured Boris and Pumpkin Lord would probably be out of there. So I'm going to take Lady Luck and get that casino house.
Kind of figured you were going to take her, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you,
she
so.
needs... I've been a long time kind of supporter of trying to get Lady Luck back into this event at some way. I'm sure we'll get a glimpse of her at some point in this year. I know they got like little hints at all of the icons right now out in Sideshow of Decay, so maybe we'll get a little something there.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy, back to you for your next two picks, my friend.
All right. I'm gonna take my last new IP, and I'm gonna go Scream 7. Just they're fun movies. I'm not the biggest slasher guy, but they are a lot of fun to watch.
Well, everybody wants Ghostface, so I think you're going to get some votes with that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, and that
Are you also getting the AI? Sorry, I don't mean to spoil it. Movie, but are you getting the ending of that movie at the end of that house? That's okay. Sorry. Anyway,
you get out of the house and it was AI and it actually wasn't a house at all. It was just like
it wasn't
Ghostface
real.
Still never made it to HHN.
Yeah, it was like
nothing was real.
Vision.
All right, Jimmy. Just so you know, the only house you have left is your musician house, but you still have your holiday IP and vamp era scare zones as well as your show.
Okay. I'll go vamp era. I'll go 99 BC. That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Damn it.
That would be really cool. Cavemen,
Yeah, I was just
Neanderthal
thinking- yeah,
vampires.
That'd be awesome.
Pretty sick. All right, so back to Nick, Fear and Beer. You're on the clock, my friend.
All right. A couple of these it's getting pretty scarce.
Still need an
right
old
now.
IP house. You need a video game house, which
That's the only one left. So
the only one left.
wait on that.
And then you've got Holiday Scare Zone, Vamp Era Scare Zone in your show.
All righty. I'm going to get stuck with something I don't like. So what do I like the least? All right. You know what? I'll dive into the shows. I'm going to take The Raven, a Poe retrospective.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know
All
what
right.
I don't know what Fear Street the musical would look like. So I'm just gonna steer clear of the musical aspect on this one and just kind of get something very gothic. Like, you know, maybe we'll get hints of this at this year's Nightmare Fuel because it does seem like that noir-y style. But I could see this being like, you know, a cool like look through the pages of Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe you'll have
I feel like this
ravens flying
is,
through.
I feel like this is written for a Nightmare Fuel thing. Like you're going to end up with an Edgar Allan Poe that is like hanging by his hair from the ceiling, twirling around. Like that's what we're going to get.
Oh man!
Instead of
All
like
right.
releasing dubs, they're going to release ravens into the crowd.
Yeah, dude.
Clawing at people.
Again,
They
it's
got
the
some
Poe
overt animal actors.
Yeah, it's Poe retrospective. So just because it's called the Raven doesn't mean it has to be just the Raven. It could be a number of different things.
Right.
But all right, so DC, you're back up. You've got Cryptid House, Musician House, Original House, your Holiday Scare Zone, and the Vampire Scare Zone.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go. My boy Bigfoot's still there, right?
He is
Let me
still
make
there.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Give me my guy Bigfoot. I can see that being a great house. Maybe have like some 6-7 dudes in the house pretending to be Bigfoot. Have some huge animatronics. Attack of Bigfoot will be the name of the house. I think it would be pretty dope.
Yeah, I was definitely, I know we've had Yeti before, but we haven't had like Bigfoot specifically, so it would be an interesting take on that Yeti idea. All right, so back to Dillon. You still have an old IP. You have a sequel, returning HHN, your OG sequel, Scare Zone, and your Holiday Scare Zone.
I think I'm torn between The Fly and Nosferatu. I already have Godzilla, so like part of me is like I can't go The Fly. It's too many creatures, in that weird kind of category. But Nosferatu's a little old there, but
I'm really liking this Dillon guy. Chooses Godzilla.
I feel like Nosferatu would be the least scary haunted house ever. I don't mean that.
I know.
Like, it's not. No offense to the movie, but that movie is not not it.
Well,
okay?
1922 also. So let's do The Fly. Let's do The Fly. I've been sold.
Movie.
Perfect
The
body
Brundle
horror.
Fly.
Great movie.
Yeah.
And one of the best Breaking Bad episodes.
All right, so Ryan, you're back up, my friend. Both your old IPs are still there. Your new IP, you still need one of those. A Cryptid
Yeah,
House. which
I'm
you're down
not
to the-
picking those. I'm gonna get whatever's left. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna pick the other stuff that I care about. Okay, I'm going with Vamp 2199.
Yeah.
Have we ever had I know we've gotten some like alien spaceship crash sort of scare zone. Have we ever gotten a scare zone that's like the future? Like it's not even dystopian, just like the future, but vampires, like flying cars and all. Like when you get off of when you're going on the descent on Spaceship Earth and they show you that like jib jab shitty video. That's what I want, but zombies or vampires, not zombies. But anyway, I think that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, so Deadman, Nick, you're back on the board for your next two picks, my friend.
All right. And I've
And you-
still got an old
got-
horror IP.
You got
left.
old IP, original, holiday IP, scare zones. Those four. Yep.
All right, cool. So first off, let's go with a holiday. And I'm gonna make it interesting. Let's go Arbor Day. on
Yeah.
that. That'll be interesting, won't it?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then-
think about it. Killer trees, like scary plant life and stuff. That's exactly what I was
Yeah, like,
thinking.
Man eating like what Venus flytraps.
Yeah,
and shit from the
exactly.
Mario game. Yeah, like that.
Exactly.
And then let's go with an old horror IP, and I'm gonna go ahead and go with Day of the Dead from '85.
All right, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, so that locks up that, which means that brings us back to Ryan. You were up, my friend.
I'm gonna go with my sequel OG Scare Zone, which will be Midway to Bizarro World. Apparently there was one called Midway of the Bizarre in the past. I was not
Yes.
there for it.
That
And
was a very long time ago.
yeah,
We were
sounds
all
like fun to me.
chitlins. We were little kids. Some of us probably weren't even alive yet. But all right, so that means all your scare zones are picked, my friend. That moves us to Dillon. Dillon, you're up. You've got a sequel house, a returning HHN character house, OG sequel, which I think you're down to the last one there, and IP as well.
Yeah, I've got a few that I'm just locked in. So at this point, I'm gonna go to the holiday. I'm gonna take Christmas. I feel like Slaughter Cinema, a lot of people liked, and they kind of wanted like the Christmas vibes, and so maybe we could do a little something with that, I guess. Also, I just don't want Pirate Day or Thanksgiving. So
Fuck. God damn.
Nick's gonna end up with fucking talking a Pirate Day. All right,
Poisoned himself.
DC,
Nobody
you're
wants
up.
it.
You're up, my friend.
Well, since Dillon done took that one, do I have any more? I think I have to get one holiday, don't I?
You do,
No,
yeah.
no, you don't. Yeah,
it's
you can
between
wait a little bit.
Thanksgiving, International
You can
Taco
wait. I
Pirate
think
Day.
you could wait a second. You can wait for the come around. It'll be there later. You're good.
Nah, man, I'm sorry. This time I gotta take it. Give me Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I had to take those. I knew I was playing with fire there.
can we get like a flashback in this episode to like an hour ago when you first tried to
do
poison
like
me
a
with that?
slow-mo.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my god. It's poetic, honestly.
All right, well, that being said, Nick, Fear and Bear, you're up, my friend.
Well, I guess I don't need to pick fucking holidays right now. That can wait. Let's see. What do
So
I
you have an old
that's
IP house, a video game house, which again, you're down to the last one anyways, your
locked in
holiday
there?
house, scare zone, your vampire scare zone. That's pretty much it.
So yeah, the only two I'm not locked in at is old horror and vampires, which I don't even know what was happening in 1899 and 1939.
Well,
so those can wait.
Cowboys, Native Americans in 1899, 1939 is like, World War
Great Depression and
II,
stuff.
Great Depression,
Abraham
gangland type
Lincoln,
shit.
Vampire
Definitely not 1939.
Right.
But,
I'll take 1899 and do like that like cowboy style vampires.
dude.
Maybe get like some like
cool.
the boo holes like in the streets can be like saloon doors and stuff like that.
It is the 1 year I need them to do. I've been asking for 1899 forever.
And
I
they'll have to be all singing their own music because I don't think they had electricity back then or music. But
Well, you never know.
yeah.
All right, so Jimmy, that brings us back to you for your next two picks. You still need a musician house, which I think you're down to the last one. I don't know. Nope, actually, no. You can still pick one there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for. Sorry, Seamus.
You're good.
I'm gonna go Tech 9 for my musician.
right.
And
pick,
then
Jimmy.
I think I have an original left, right?
You need you took Graveyard, so now you just need
Oh,
modern
you're right,
sequel for Scare Zone and
Sorry
IP
about
Scare
that.
Zone. You're fine.
I'll go for my IP Scare Zone. I'll go Friday the 13th. Jason Lives. Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. All right. So Nick, that's back to you, my friend. I don't know how many left.
Alright.
Let's see. Anything left that you can still.
So
Yeah,
I can do old horror right
Yep.
now.
Old
and I got
horror.
3 picks. I'm not taking Nosferatu, so it's really down to Phantasm and Videoram. I'm gonna go Phantasm. I think it's a classic. I don't know how
It's a
much
good
we got
movie.
to work with in a house, but I
Oh, there's like 4 movies and a bunch
Yeah.
of metal spheres that like.
it's like very
impale your
sci-fi
forehead.
and stuff, right? Yeah,
It's a great movie. The Tall Man.
Yes, yeah, okay. Well, I'm good
Sorry,
with that. I'm happy
you
with
let
that.
you
I'm
let
happy
the
with that
horror
one.
snob run the draft. So I'm sorry I picked movies that I did.
I like it.
All
They're
right.
different.
All right, so that brings us back to DC. DC, you're up. You need again musician house original, and then your vamp era, which I think
well,
you're locked in on. So
I was just about to say I was gonna choose 1939 to be honest, so that's actually perfect. But I'll just wait for last for that one. There's 2 originals left.
Yep.
Okay, let me go. Damn, that's tough. I'm gonna go Warzone. I can see us having an original house based off of a war, having some zombies, or maybe not even zombies, maybe just like supernatural freaks that are part of the military fighting, and then they go rogue.
I like it.
yeah, it's a lot of open end there. That's why I put that just kind of super vague.
Making like
All
super
right.
soldiers that go wrong.
Yeah,
I say kind of like
exactly.
we do. I mean, we had that sort of in
Kinda.
Havoc.
Dogs
Right.
of War or whatever, right? Yeah.
Well, what was that movie with Batista with like the super army of the one that was
Army
on
of the Dead.
Yeah,
No,
that, like-
was that Zack Snyder's movie?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I think so.
like the
I think that
Alpha
was Guardians of the
zombie?
Galaxy.
Drax the Destroyer.
That's true. That
Yeah.
and 28 years later had a couple of alphas.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us back to Dillon. I think for the most part you are pretty locked in. Sequel,
Yep.
returning HHN, yeah, an OG sequel. It looks like you're pretty much
Yep.
locked in.
So I'll just Psychoscarapy, I guess, at this point.
That's a classic, though. It's such a good.
Yeah.
All
There's a
right.
couple of these categories that were just loaded. Like there was really not many wrong places on some of them.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, back to you, my friend.
I'm gonna go with Nosferatu because I've seen that one. So I guess that's I've seen 2 movies out of all of these horror films on here. That and Midsummer. So
The
there you go.
1922 classic.
I have seen it. It's really boring.
The box office smash hit.
Hey, listen, that movie scared the shit out of people in the 1920s.
But did you go see it in
over 100 years ago?
Hey, still. All right,
Did you see it in IMAX though?
No.
That'd be pretty. That would be weird because it's a silent movie, but whatever. All right, Nick, Deadman's you back on the board. I think you're pretty locked into
Yeah.
original and IP. Yeah, you've pretty much just kind of got whatever's left.
Okay. Yeah. So what's that video drum down there?
Oh no, actually, sorry. IP Scare Zone. So you've got Underwater Research Facility as your original house. So it's like an underwater, like I don't know, research facility.
That's
and
cool.
then your IP Scare Zone is Texas Chainsaw 2.
That works. I was gonna pick that one anyway, so that works out.
Yeah, Chop Top. Oh yeah.
Exactly. That's
Right.
exactly why I picked that one. Chop Top, man. All right. So that means Nick's.
So are we
is
all
done.
locked in on like everything? I feel like.
Let me just double check here for a second. It might be the case. Yeah, let's see. You're locked in on your IP. You're locked in on your other IP. And your cryptid. Yep, you're locked in pretty much. So I can just gotta go through what you get left with. So for Ryan, his other old IP is Videodrome, which again is an incredible movie. And if you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it.
Never
Definitely
heard
not
of it.
so much of a horror movie than a sci-fi movie, but it's just classic late 80s goodness. Let's see. You've got Maxine as your second new IP, which again, out of that trilogy, not the worst, not the best, but not the worst. And then
Is that like
your
is that a sequel to Mad Max that I don't know about?
no,
the
it's
lady
the sequel
version?
to X and Pearl. Which again, if you haven't watched those movies, you probably should do yourself a favor.
Can I
and
even
go
be
watch them.
straight edge if I haven't seen X? Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3X
well,
Maxine.
Exactly. And then your cryptid is Jotun or Motor. If you don't know who that is, go watch the movie The Ritual, and that will explain everything.
That's a
Yeah, I
wicked
looked
good
it up.
movie.
It's a great movie.
That's too scary for me.
Yeah, I really like that.
I don't want to see that.
All right. So that brings us back to Dillon. So for your returning HHN, you have the Crypt Keeper from the original HHN house.
Yep.
In reality.
Talk about a throwback.
That's a throwback. And then your OG sequel is Blood Masquerade Part 2.
I was looking at that one for a while. That was between that and the Hog. What the Hog got me.
Well, Blood Masquerade seems like I mean, again, it was before I ever went to the Horror Nights, before I ever went to the event, but it does look pretty cool. Like, I think it's a vampire masquerade-esque party type thing. All right, so DC, it's back to you for your last two picks. Your musician is Cannibal Corpse, which, I mean, screams horror.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who they are. That's why.
Well, I would tell you this much.
Look up the album art, and you'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Let's just
All
say
you
they
gotta
have
do is
songs.
look up the album.
Right, they have songs called "Fucked with a Knife" and number of
Hammer
other songs.
Smashed Face.
Hammer Smashed Face. Yep.
Their singer right now is a big fan of theme parks. He's a big Disney guy, though. So
yes, he is. He's really cool, dude, from what it looks like. And then your vamp era is 1939.
I would have went with the war idea, but I kind of got that as a house now, so it's dang.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, do like the
You could tie them together.
No, like Chicago, the gangland era with Capone and all that stuff. All right, that brings us to Nick, Fear and Beer. You're left with Alan Wake as your video game, which again, really good video game, really good scary video game.
I have it, and I have not installed it or played it.
Well, I mean, you're not a gamer like me. So
Yeah, I know. I've heard good
gamer,
things.
Elite gamer. And then your holiday is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
You know what? We've been asking for pirates for a while, okay? I think that's fine. I think I can work with that.
I think it would be a really fun one. It's better than Fortnite, I can tell you that much. And then Jimmy, you are left with, for your modern sequel, Enter the Blumhouse again.
I was going to choose that one.
And then
that's the only one I know.
Wild card right there.
And then your show is Fear Street the Musical.
Once again, I was going to choose that. I was going to choose that one too.
Sadie Sink singing around.
So that ends the 2026 Fear and Beer Fantasy Draft for HHN. If you'd like me to, I can go through everybody's grouping now, or do you want to like kind of vamp a little bit, Nick, before I do that?
I'd say let's go through, like, say one person's lineup, and we'll kind of think about it or talk about it like individually, because I think
at least make jokes. That's fine.
Yeah, because I'm curious. Because if you do notice too on that Excel sheet, if you hit the bottom bar and go to the draft summary, you can see everybody's picks and like where you're at. So, So Seamus, why don't you start? Like,
I'll just kind of
there.
We'll kind of go through it. So yeah, so with Nick from Dead Man's Mike, he ended his night with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, courtesy of Dillon. Day of the Dead from 1985, which again, one of the best Romero movies. Pet Sematary Bloodlines, Bambi the Reckoning, Darkest Deal as his original sequel. Pumpkin Lord is coming back as a character in a house, which we all want. Chupacabra as his cryptid. Travis Scott for his musician house. His underwater research facility as the original idea, and then his video game is Amnesia Dark Descent, and then his scare zones, Hide and Shriek, Shriek Harder, Cat Lady of Crooked Lane, Dog Eat Dog, Arbor Day is his holiday scare zone, which again, Killer Tree sounds awesome. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is his IP scare zone, and then Vamp Era for $17.99. Got to see those guys in powdered wigs biting each other's neck. And then his show is going to be WWE Presents Undertaker and Kane, A Tale of Brotherly Love. Whether that's music or not, I don't know, but we can definitely figure that out when it comes time.
So I do have a question with the Vamp Era. How are they like biting with wooden teeth?
Hey, that is a
I didn't
myth.
think about that.
He had whalebone for teeth.
Okay, all right. They're just like soggy, like wood.
They just
going on the neck.
They just gum until
they're
like
gumming you to death.
Yeah, just gum you to death. All right. So that brings us to Ryan for Love of the Theme Parks. His houses are Nosferatu, 1922, King of the Silent Films, Videodrome, Cabin in the Woods, and Maxine as his other IP house. Depths is Fear for his sequel, original sequel. Boris Schuster is coming back as his returning HHN character. His cryptid is Jotun, or Motor. The musician Sleep Token, Abandoned Cruise Ship, or Poop Cruise, as he liked to call it. And then his Bioshock house for his video game, which was awesome, and I would love to see that. Scare Zones, he's got Midway 2, Bizarro World, which is a sequel to Midway of the Bizarre. Vikings Undead 2, Blood Feast. President's Day as his holiday. Terrifier Clowning Around. And then Vamp Era $21.99. And then his show is Five Nights at Freddy's, Freddy Fazbear in concert. Because, we all want to see that stupid bear back at the event. For sure.
I hope he takes requests.
Oh, well,
come
on now.
Listen, it'll keep people in the back of the park that maybe don't want to do the houses. That audience. So I think it's
people
okay.
Leader. It's a people leader.
Yeah, it might be. We'll see. All right, that brings us to Dillon. Dillon, he had for houses, he's got Godzilla 1998 and The Fly as his old IP houses. His new IP houses, Welcome to Derry and Train to Busan. Awesome picks, both of those. He's got a sequel to Psycho Scarapy, His returning HHN character is the OG of OGs, the Crypt Keeper. His cryptid is Nessie. His musician is Einstein Kills. And then his original idea is something on a moon base involving pizza, which sounds awesome. His video game is Resident Evil 4, which most would say, or some would say, is the best Resident Evil game. And then his Scare Zones, his OG sequel is Blood Masquerade Part 2. Modern sequel is Anarcade 3D, possibly in 3D. His holiday is Christmas. Seems like the easy pick. I don't know why everyone didn't take that, but that's just me. His IP is Marvel Zombies, which would be awesome, even though we know Disney would never let that happen. And then his vamp era is 1999, turn of the century, year 2000, planes crashing,
Boy band.
computers shutting down, everything going crazy. And then his show is Down a Clown, Jack Attack. Because everybody wanted a Jack show, and he didn't get it. So that sucks. All right. Go ahead. Anybody want to say anything about Dillon's?
I like his
lineup.
then. He was like sneaky in there. Like Resident Evil 4 for me is a big one, but Welcome to Derry is gonna get people talking. And Psychotherapy,
massive draw.
I think I cursed the right person because that lineup was looking good.
I don't know, man. He's got Nessie, so he's got to win. You know,
Well, yeah, he's got Nessie. I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of old heads are going to be like, Crypt Keeper's back. I mean, I remember going through that house back in '91 when I was 3.
A lot of Nessie heads are going to be like, he's got Nessie. Okay,
Nessie heads.
The shirt. I was looking at this lineup and I'm like, dude, this thing is sick. And literally just like Nessie, I'm like, I had to keep remembering that I didn't pick it. And I'm like, what am I picking between and I'm like, oh, I don't have a pick here. I totally forgot about that. So,
well, the merch can just say, "Don't mess with the nest."
All right, that brings us to DC Thrills. His house is our Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, the one where the little girl actually talks and isn't mute the whole time. Children of the Corn 666, Isaac's Return, which is obviously not the best of the Children of the Corn, but that's why I put it there. New IP is The Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It, which I don't really remember that one, but that, again, is in the Conjuring universe, and we all know everybody wants the Conjuring to come back, or come in general. Pinocchio, Unstrung, which sounds awesome. Sequel is his Dead Exposure, Patient Zero. Couldn't come up with a funny name for that one, unfortunately. Returning HHN character is the Storyteller, which we, again, haven't seen since the Icon's house. Bigfoot as his cryptid. Cannibal Corpse, he got stuck with. He doesn't know who they are, which I recommend he doesn't go listen to. But granted, that's up to him. His original idea is Warzone, and video game Dead by Daylight, which to me is, out of all of the 6 video games, the one that lends itself most to a haunted house. His Scare Zones, Trinks and Foons, Tomfoonery, which sounds so much fun. Modern sequel, Seek and Destroy, Escape from New York, included with the man himself. Oh my God, never mind. I'm drawing a blank. His holiday is Thanksgiving, IP, Universal Monsters, Up Close and Personal, and then his vamp era is 1939. And then his show is Bill and Ted Back to Basics for all you Bill and Ted heads who keep whining every year that they don't bring them back. Well, guess what? He's bringing them back for you. They're back.
Yeah, I really wanted Welcome to Derry. That was like number 1 on my list.
I kind of figured
Dillon
everybody
took
was
that
going
off
to
the
want that one.
rip. I was like,
Oh, man.
Nah, that's why I had to go for the Scare Zones in the shows. I feel like the Scare Zones shows will bring some people.
For sure. Definitely. Yep. All right. So that brings me to my cohort. And he did me, I guess, okay. We didn't do me too dirty, but
I like it.
Fear Beer, Mr. Nick, man of the hour. His old IP is Sorority House Massacre and Phantasm, which again, Phantasm's awesome. Go watch that movie. His new IP is Sinister and Midsommar, which he definitely picked that one for me. I know he did because he hates that movie. His sequel for originals is Puppet Theater, which again, I think everybody can agree the Puppet Theater was awesome. His returning HHN character is Lady Luck. His cryptid is Mothman. And his musician is Poppy, which again, I would love to see. He was given his AI-controlled factory original idea by Ryan. So thank you, Ryan, for that one. His video game is Alan Wake. Again, another great game. Kind of a under the radar game, but you should go play that if you are a gamer. It is Scare Zone's OG sequel, Blood Thunder Alley 2, Sacrificing That Hog. I was thinking motorcycles. He was thinking actual pigs, but that's, near there. His modern sequel is Contra the Dark 2, Sorceress's Revenge. Contra the Dark was awesome. I want to see that Scare Zone come back. His holiday, we know it, we love it. Everybody wanted to see this happen. Is International Taco Pirate Day. Arr. Arr. His IP Scare Zone, The Lost Boys, California Sunset. And then his vampire is 1899. Get those cowboy vampires in the building. And then his show is The Raven of Poe retrospective. So go ahead, dog on this all you want.
I like it. I'm good with it. I'll take Pirate Day. That's fine. I'll run with it. I'll walk the plank.
I mean, that was kind of you had that coming. I mean,
I deserved it. I get it. I know.
And to be fair, anyone listening, we didn't plan that. This was not planned. He definitely screwed up, and I called him on it. Actually, I think he called it on himself.
I called myself.
And then I was like, you're right. You can't do that. So he we saved the day for Dillon.
I should have let it go.
But, and that brings us to the man of the hour, Jimmy, Fat After Midnight.
The return of the king.
The return of the king. His house is The Exorcist 3, which is really, honestly, a really good movie. You probably should go watch that if you haven't. Old IP 2 is The Howling, potentially the best werewolf movie ever. And I would fight anyone that argues with me otherwise. His new IP is 28 Years Later, which again, really good movie. Scream 7, Everybody Wants Ghostface. Well, now you got it. His sequel is Triplets of Terror 2,
which he willingly took because he has no idea what Triplets of Terror is.
He has no idea what it is.
It sounds
his returning HHN character is Ash from The Evil Dead. What Evil Dead is, not whatever the hell Evil Dead Burns was. Jersey Devil as his cryptid. Tech 9 is a musician, which again, king of horrorcore. He's a hell of a pick. His Graveyard for an original idea. Could kind of really go any way with that one. And then Metro 2033 as his video game. His Scare Zone's OG sequel, Horrorwood 2, Glitz and Glam, bringing it back to one of the OGs of HHN. Unfortunately, got stuck with End of the Blumhouse again, because we all want to do that again. His Holiday House, Independence Day. So that'd be kind of cool. His IP house, IP Scare Zone, Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees Lives, and then his Vamp Era 99 BC. And then finally, without further ado, his show, Fear Street, the musical, Sadie Sink, singing sweet nothings to all of us. And with that, that was the 2026 HHN Draft for Fear and Beer. Thank you, everybody. This was so much fun. Nick, please.
Appreciate
take it away.
Nick.
Yes. Well, again, thank you to everybody joining us. Very quickly, I guess we'll just go around the horn again, and just to remind everybody where to find you. You don't have to go super in depth, but I do want to always end these collaboration style episodes with start it with a plug, end it with a plug, and get everybody to where you are at. So, Ryan, why don't you quickly give them just a quick little rundown where to find you, if they don't.
My name is Ryan. I am known online as For the Love of Theme Parks. You could find me at Dillon.Thomas on YouTube. And yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah, my handle is or username is Fed_after midnight. I do a lot of amateur voice acting. You can find me on TikTok. That's where mostly I am, but also Instagram.
Follow him, everybody. Blow him up.
I say I don't want to put you on the spot, but you got the best. What's your best thing you can throw us right now for your your voice acting?
Poor dude.
No, he does this all the time. He's got this stuff locked down.
Listen, it's going to be a nominal fee. I'm monetizing right now.
DC, why don't you let them know where to find you?
Who, me?
DC.
Yeah,
yep.
DC Thrills, man.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
You're good.
You can find me at DC Thrills, YouTube, Instagram at DC Thrills _. I do a lot of short forms also, especially during the HHN horror season. I do HHN, Hollow Scream, Hunts. I love them all. I love Hunts. I love it all. I love horror, period. And you can find me on TikTok also.
Right. And Dillon, is your YouTube For the Love of Theme Parks, or?
No, it's pooping around the parks. You can find it.
If that's not taken, I'm signing up right now.
I knew that was you in line for fucking FNAF last year.
Yeah, Dillon Thomas on YouTube there. Also, I need to just shout out Nick and Jimmy for figuring out your audio because it was perfect by the time like this happened. Because before I was like, this is gonna be interesting, and you guys put it together. So props to you guys, and thanks again for having me out.
Of course. And then Nick, last but not least, again, got to
Yes,
start with a Nick
sir.
with me, end it with a Nick like you. So what we got? Where can everyone find Dead Man's Mike?
Hey, it's Dead Man's Mike Pod on all platforms. If you want an HHN podcast from a couple of St. Louis boys who are not locals, but tend to be on the ugly ass MCO carpet all the time. Dead Man's Mike on all platforms, man. Just talking about the fog anytime we can. Appreciate y'all for checking us out.
Yeah, of course. Make sure, if you are listening to this, pause this episode, search all these people, make sure you're following them because everybody does their own.
Like, please.
Yeah,
Appreciate
everybody does their own style of content. Everybody's got their different views on everything, and they're all amazing. And just kind of share the love a little bit. Now, always on these collaboration episodes, we always mess up at the end because we always do our sign off.
Oh God, we do this.
This is it. Sometimes it works, and we never nail it down beforehand. Like, hey, who should go first? Who should go second? So it'll be, I forget even at this point, but it goes me, Seamus, and then whoever else that goes, I guess. Kind of wait, see if there's an opening and go for it. You're going to say your name, and then I'll follow it up with a happy Hans, and we'll see if we can do this. I have faith in
Definitely
us.
not going to happen because no one's in the right order.
No. So you're just going to have to guess and just hopefully you don't
just
talk
signed
over
off
somebody.
in an order, though. We could just follow that order.
If you remember your order, then yeah,
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah, that is true. But I'm
let's
not going to help. You got to figure it out.
but that means I won't be kicking it off. So
okay.
I'll kick it off, and then you guys find your draft order.
Don't make me start.
All right. Well, we're just going to jump in and see what happens. Until next time, which is going to be tomorrow, we're going to continue this podathon. Until next time, this is Nick.
This is Sham Diggity.
This is Ryan.
This is Jimmy.
This is Dillon.
And this is DC.
And this is the other Nick.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Happy Hans. Thank you for listening to another episode of Fear and Beer, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. If you like what you heard, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on whatever streaming platform you are listening to us on. You can find us on all of our socials at Fear and Beer Pod.